wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ Show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Bee, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stacks. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ Show.
Hey, what's up? Good morning. It is the KVJ Show. Happy Wednesday.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Man, I am digging on that jean jacket, and I'm going through a jean jacket run myself.
You are? Okay.
Walmart's got a bunch of these jean jackets for sale right now.
Okay, yeah.
At a pretty affordable price.
Oh, yeah.
I am digging the denim look.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay. Yeah, Virginia, you got to check it out, too.
I'm
Everybody gotta
drinking
peek
you
this
in over there.
All right, yeah.
You're like a delicious glass of wine.
Oh, wine is
you.
delicious.
Is the jean jacket popular again or something? Because I'm seeing it a lot.
It never went out.
Yeah.
The jean jacket's been pretty much a staple.
Yeah, you can go with jean jackets. It's, a little bit cooler here in Florida now, by our standards at least.
I'm a fan of the Canadian tuxedo. I like the denim on denim crimes. I think that looks awesome.
All the way, yeah, top to bottom.
It's
Yeah.
so 1974.
Yeah.
Do we know if this 10-degree drop that has changed my life is here to stay, or is this a teaser?
I don't know. That's a great question.
It feels great outside, and I've always prayed for this. Just cooler for Halloween. I like it to be a little chilly when we're out trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
It just feels better. When you're sweaty in your costume, it just bleh.
I grew up here in this county my entire life. As a kid, I swear to you, every Halloween was cool up until about when I was 12. We didn't have it. It was Halloweeny out, and then all of a sudden it got real hot.
Global warming, bruh.
I ain't trying to get into that right now.
Sorry, Denny's. You're about to get 18 hate calls.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is. But, yeah, I've always noticed that, it's safe to say by the second week of November, we get into our dry season and the humidity goes away. So this would be early for us. And it looks good. I mean, all the way through the weekend, temperatures in the mid-80s.
You're right, though. This is the time where we at least have potential for cozy weather.
We do, but it's tricked us a few years. Like I remember last year or the year before, it was super sweaty on Halloween, and I was like, man, damn it.
It's tough if you wear makeup for Halloween.
I like to go all out. It's all about a costume. It's all about fun. And when you have layers of costume and makeup or a mask, you don't want to be sweaty.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think you probably are going to maybe pick a costume based on what the temperature is going to be like.
Totally.
And it looks like cruising into Halloween week, temperature's still going to be in the mid-80s. Oh. So maybe it'll be this kind of weather.
Mid-80s?
Look, it's better than the 90s.
That's what we got right now today.
You're right.
That's what you're going through at this moment.
I will take this right here because I like this. I was out walking last night in my neighborhood. Mm-hmm. It felt cool and brisk.
A witch loves to go out into the nighttime during October. I can see you walking around at the strike of midnight in your black dress.
I was. I was walking in a black dress. Rocco was with me, complaining the whole time because he does not like exercise.
Oh, that's tough, huh?
Mom, my hands hurt. You're riding a big wheel. Shut up and go.
Yeah, so we got good weather. We got jean jackets. We got all kinds of good stuff going on here for World Record Wednesday. You can see what we all look like. Check out Jaybird's Pizza Onesie, my jean jacket. It's all there for you on YouTube. Just go and look for the KVJ Show. Subscribe and ring that bell.
It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. It's the KVJ Dirt of the Day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that Dirt of the Day.
Oh, no. When I read this morning, it kind of broke my heart a little bit and made me worried and sad. Celine Dion is postponing her upcoming shows in Vegas. She was going to be doing a whole thing November and January of 2022. Like, it was going to be a whole residency like she did before. But she's battling some sort of unreleased detail medical issue. I guess it's causing severe muscle spasms, but she won't talk about what exactly is going on. So, that's sad. I love Celine. If I go back to Vegas, I will make sure it's when she's performing.
I like her personality.
Me too.
She is goofy, and I mean that with the most respect. She's just a goofy, and I love that.
And she's one of those celebrities that, we've been lucky enough to meet backstage at an event. She could not have been nicer and cared so much about meeting you and talking to you and saying hi. And she had so much love for life.
She's
and
very likable.
Her fans, and it didn't look like an act. It really didn't. So prayers for Celine. In other news, Kate Beckinsale has revealed what caused her devastating back injury that she had last month. She really wasn't able to work for a little while, and now she's talking about it. She was putting on a pair of leggings in her hotel room when she heard a snap in her back.
Oh, man.
Fell to the floor. Worse than labor pains, she said. I couldn't sit down. I couldn't walk. I couldn't do anything.
It really throws you for a loop when you get injured so badly on something so simple. The remote was out of my reach, and I was stretching. I didn't want to get up, and I threw out my shoulders so bad, reaching for the remote control, to the point where I thought I had to go to the doctor.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
And finally here's a cute story. Back in the day when Pink was growing up, she loved John Bon Jovi. So when she finally got to meet him, she wanted to call her mom backstage and have him speak to her.
Oh, that
is so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to tell a quick story really quick of the first time that I remember meeting John. I was 20 and I was doing my very first radio show in New Jersey. And I remember just attacking you, basically, and telling you I need to call my mom because I didn't come out of my room for a week when you married Dorothea. I need you to apologize to my mom. And you did. You got on the phone with my mom, and you were kind as can be, and that's when my love was absolutely solidified.
And that's what's going on in your dirt.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What are we thinking about today, Jay Bird?
Well, it is the season for creepy things, and I got this pretty awesome email from Renee and her son Ryan, who live in Fort Pierce. They said, Bird, I keep noticing you posting pictures of that creepy doll you have. Just so you know, my daughter and I believed one of her dolls was possessed a few years back.
Is she talking about Grimsley?
Well, she's talking about the doll that I'm posting, Grimsley. I keep posting that for the KVJ horror movie, and I posted a really creepy picture of it last night. So she goes on and says, we threw this doll away 3 different times, only for it to show up at our doorstep again and again.
What?
We even think the doll tried to kill our cat at one point. Our cat was severely injured, and the doll was right next to the cat. We have no idea how the doll got there. The cat was mysteriously hurt. Just wanted to share this story. Renee and Ryan from Fort Pierce.
Holy crap.
Now, what is that? Is that?
I don't know. That's some crazy stuff. I wouldn't mess with it. Yeah, how do you get rid of a possessed doll that keeps showing up?
Now, yes, Renee and Ryan, they could be lying about their email, but we've had these stories about Robert the doll. Mm-hmm. You know, if you take a selfie with Robert the doll, you mysteriously die. Or get injured. I thought that was pretty creepy. What are you guys' thoughts on objects becoming possessed? Believable or come on, Bird? That's for the birds.
I think anything is possible. I don't want to rule anything out. And the stories about, especially like Robert, are so compelling and crazy and just sound like they're legit.
The thing about Robert the doll, there's a lot of folklore that comes around it, and you got so many people wanting that thing to be creepy and haunted and possessed. Something like this, where Renee and Ryan have gone through, if this is a real thing and that really happened the way they're saying it, to me that is a real account, a personal account. I'd love to know what the hell happened there.
Yeah, if you throw something away because you think it's creepy and then it shows back up on your doorstep, I think it's time to move.
I mean, maybe somebody's messing with you, but that's...
It could be, a family member.
If you had to go in there and debunk this, you would have to say, someone's going in the trash and bringing the doll back. But the whole cat getting injured?
I mean, M. Night Shyamalan twist. It is the cat.
The cat's faking the whole thing for attention. It's catfishing.
The cat brings the doll back. The cat hurt himself, faked an injury, keeps bringing the doll back.
Yeah,
The cat's the psycho.
That's an interesting twist.
Huh.
That's all I got, Kev.
Virginia, what you got on your mind today?
Well, I've got on my mind food. You know, I am in charge of always doing the catering for the Little Smiles meetings that happen once a month.
Okay.
And so today is just that day, the third Wednesday of every month. And you sent me a menu of all kinds of yummy foods. I think I'm going to go check out that place. Are we allowed to talk about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a place that's been around for a while. Some friends of ours have it. It's Cucina Cabana. Is that what you're talking about?
It is.
Yeah.
So you asked us to go on there and look at their menu, which was amazing, and pick out a menu item that we think that we would like to have our name put on, a signature item.
Yeah, we're going to be doing a happy hour menu there, and people can go and order items that will be kind of, custom made for people on the KVJ show. Like they have pizzas and things like that, which would probably work for Jaybird, something along those lines.
What makes you say that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Just look at him.
Just look at him.
Had pizza last night.
You're a walking billboard for a pizza place.
Yes.
You're just short of the spinning sign.
Yes.
I saw on there they have a seafood artichoke salad.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's the one I want. Nobody
Okay.
take it.
All right.
It's got shrimps, it's got crab meat, it's got artichoke, it's got like a lemon truffle dressing.
Ooh, say lemon truffle again.
Oh, it looks so good. So I'm gonna actually go there today
Okay.
and check it out and get the food for my meeting there.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I want to patronize them since they're putting our names on their menu.
Okay, very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. What I got on my mind is my wife has a friend, and her grandfather used to be the owner of the Atlanta Braves. And so they still get tickets, owner's tickets for games. And she said, hey, we've got a pair for Saturday's game in Atlanta if you guys want it.
Ooh.
It's a big deal because,
Yeah, we're like, this is, right now, Virginia, they're in the National League Championship Series. So whoever wins this series goes on to the World Series.
this is my favorite team, the old Bravos.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, this is very cool. But here's the one problem is that the Braves, as of last night, were up 2-0, and it's a best out of 4. And there's 3 games before Saturday. And so
if they keep winning.
we were watching the game yesterday, and we're like going, gosh, because the Braves were up. It looked like, okay, the Braves are going to win. It's going to be 3-0, and then all I got to do is win 1 out of the next 2 games, and then it's all over, and there's going to be no game on Saturday.
But here's the
So
good-
you're pulling for the team that you want to go see lose.
Oddly enough, yeah, it's kind of a weird place to be.
But here's the good news for Kevin. The Braves really know how to blow it in the playoffs. So there's a really good chance they lose 2 in a row.
Yeah, and good news is they blew it last night.
Oh.
They gave up a home run and wound up losing 6-5, and now they only lead in the series 2-1.
It's a real series at that point.
Yes, so for it to be over and us to not be able to go on Saturday, the Braves would have to win the next 2. And they still could do that, but if the Dodgers win 1 of the 2, then we'll be able to go on Saturday. So I think we're going to just zip up to Atlanta and go
Nice.
watch a game and zip right back.
Yeah, your weekend freed up because the Stars Ball is going virtual.
Yeah.
And we pre-taped all of our pieces after the debacle last year of going live. So, yeah, you're free Saturday. You're free Sunday.
Seriously, if you get a chance to go, you need to take that.
Yeah,
no doubt, yeah.
That's a special treat. And I bet
Yeah.
because it's the owner's tickets, they're going to be sweet seats.
Yeah, man.
I would hope so.
You got to definitely do that thing.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
The
So that's-
owner's tickets are not going to be like our typical tickets, like radio tickets in the nosebleed.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, this is an owner from, I think, 3 owners ago, but I imagine the tickets are still good.
And I'm not sure how this works. I think, because I haven't been to a game in so long, I was going to say take some cool pictures of the players, but I'm not sure how Major League Baseball is with taking pictures and posting them and all that. They can be jerks about their posting and rules and all that.
I don't know exactly what we're gonna get, and then we got to figure out too, because I think it might be a pair of tickets. And my son Cannon is a big Dodgers fan. And
He is,
so,
huh? He's
yeah.
a Dodgers fan?
Yeah.
Why?
He went on an app years ago, and the app was answer some dumb questions and we'll tell you who your favorite teams are. And for some reason, it told him all of his favorite teams were in California, a state he's never been to. And so now he's annoyingly like a fan of the Dodgers and the Lakers and the San Francisco 49ers. So, which I'm like, I don't know why, because you're so far away from any of the teams you like, you'll never get to see them.
Well, the Dodgers are good. They won the World Series. So maybe that
and
has
the
something to do
Lakers
with
are
it.
favored for the NBA. The 49ers are good. Yeah, so that,
You need to bring that boy to California.
Oh, he wants to go. He really does.
That was one of the most fun trips that me and Mags ever took, just the two of us.
It's fun, but he keeps wanting to go to games. I'm like, dude, why don't you pick a sports franchise that's less than a 6-hour flight away?
Can you like the Dolphins or the Heat or the Marlins? Right down the street.
I'm like, yeah. And to give credit, the Heat could be really good this year. The Florida Panthers, by the way, I want to give them a quick shout out. They beat the Tampa Bay Lightning, team that knocked them out of the playoffs last year, 4-1 last night. The Panthers are 3-0.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're doing great. So I'm like, yeah, we got a few. I mean, I get the Dolphins aren't great. The Marlins are always going to be terrible.
Does Cannon, is he still a Buckeye fan?
I don't know. He kind of tries to heckle me about the Buckeyes, so I can't tell if he is or not.
Does the Queen
Even in your house?
I know. Yeah, I get no respect.
Does the Queen heckle you about the Buckeyes, or is she on?
Yeah, no.
She does heckle you?
Yeah, she gives me a hard time because I always kid with the family. I'm like, this is a year. I'm like, the Buckeyes are winning the national championship, and you're like, you say that every year. I'm like, yeah, well, I believe every year.
You gotta believe.
Yeah, and then the Buckeyes went to the national championship last year and got destroyed by Alabama. So I hear that all the time.
Alabama.
Yeah.
It's fun. I think when you heckle about sports stuff, it should be fun. Although I do know some people who get really mad.
Yeah, most of the time it's in good fun, but then there are just times it's like, okay, I've had enough.
Well,
like,
you're in a bad mood anyway,
Yeah.
and then someone keeps hitting them.
Someone keeps yelling "Roll Tide" in your face.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to show you "Roll Tide" with a throat punch.
Yeah,
You're
you
in
can get annoying real
Publix,
fast.
you're a little tired, trying to get some wings, and they're screaming that in line.
Yeah, it can get annoying and fast. So, it's not easy being a parent. We get that. So if you're ever struggling with something, you can bring your parent problems to us, and we'll give you our best to try to come up with a solution for you. This one email says, my son's 5th grade teacher taught him that blood was blue until exposed to oxygen, and that's why your veins look blue. Well, my 10-year-old son started to challenge the teacher about this and then got a detention because of it. Now, my wife's a nurse, and my son has spent a lot of time in the doctor's office. He's seen blood drawn enough times to know that what this teacher's saying was a bunch of baloney. The teacher didn't like him calling her out, so she gave him a week's worth of detention.
A week's worth?
Some witnesses said that my son didn't misbehave, was not disrespectful in how he talked to the teacher. He just simply wanted to have a debate. He didn't understand what he did wrong. And my question is, should I make a big deal out of this, or should I just let my kid take his punishment, even if he was not in the wrong?
I did notice growing up, I would see smart kids challenge a teacher on something they would say or teach, and they would shut down the debate and really kind of get an attitude, like, how dare you question the authority, when they really just wanted to see what the heck was going on. Some people can't handle that when they're in charge, being called out.
Sure, yeah. That does freak some people out. My suggestion would be maybe just talking to the teacher, sitting down one-on-one saying, hey, I would like to talk about this detention, and can you explain your side of it to me and see what's going on? And maybe, she can shed some light as to why there is a detention that was handed out a week's worth. I guess 5 days, 5 detentions.
I mean, I can
handed
see
out.
Yeah, she needs to definitely go try to talk to this teacher. And I mean, if she wants, sit right there and do a blood draw. I had one done yesterday. When the blood comes right out of your vein and it's into the tube and no oxygen has even hit it yet, it's red.
So AB in the chat room says, I'm sure the kid was annoying and had an attitude.
Well, if that's what the teacher is saying, maybe you speak to him about his tone, but 5 days of detention is a little extreme.
Well, it's extreme for just wanting to have a debate. I feel like there's other details missing. No?
Kids get 5 days for fighting. This is not on the same level.
Unless he
Right.
stood up and called her a dirty, filthy, whatever.
Right. And maybe, go have the parent-teacher conference. Have your son come with you.
I've seen it both ways, where a kid's a little punk and doesn't act, right in a classroom. But then again, where a teacher gets called out and they're embarrassed that they're either wrong or a kid knows more than them.
Yeah.
And they get an attitude.
So I think a discussion with the teacher would be good. It could be a situation where she might be trying to teach history or something else, and the kid's like, I want to talk about blood. It's like, no, like, we need to move on. Wow, we're going to have a debate right now. No, I'm on my own schedule. So, one of those things, if the kid is disruptive to what the teacher is trying to get done, the teacher's like, this is not the time to debate blood.
And this is a good lesson, too, for your son that, sometimes when you are in a situation where somebody's wrong, you can save your energy by not arguing with them and just being happy and under your breath being like, they're an idiot.
But here's the thing, though. If you're an educator and you're a teacher and you clearly are wrong, I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, you even have a story, Kev, where you heard Cannon on his Zoom call, and the teacher had all these wrong kind of factoids. You're like, are you sure that's right?
Yeah.
If a teacher is legit wrong,
right,
that does need to be called out.
Yeah, I think it is a good lesson that you can teach your kid about. You don't have to be a doormat. You can have debates, and you should have debates, but also know a time and place. And I think the first step is talking to the teacher, getting the teacher's side of it to find out what happened, and then figuring out how to pursue from there. Susanna Boynton Beach said, as a teacher myself, that is unacceptable. I teach high school science, and if a kid knows more than me about something, that's great and shows the kids we all have different knowledge about different things. I would be coming at that teacher hard. So
teacher's probably embarrassed too.
Sure.
Yeah, that's the tough thing. I mean, this kid obviously is schooling you, and you don't want to you want to save face in the classroom. You just got to teach your kid that look, this teacher, if you put yourself and this teacher in a combative situation, and now you're arguing and fighting, you've got a week's detention for what?
But here's the thing.
Teacher's still wrong. You're still right.
Mm-hmm. There's witnesses that say he wasn't. So what's all that about? When you got witnesses saying the kid was not being a jerk, he just wanted to have a debate.
I think there's a great lesson in this as a parent, one way or the other. And so I think it is definitely good for you to pursue it, try to get the truth, and then whatever comes in, other details about the story, handle it from that. Kid's got to be respectful, but if the kid was respectful, then he has every right to debate something like that with the teacher.
And look, teacher, I get it. It sucks when you are wrong publicly. I do it a lot. I get it. It's not a great feeling.
On this email, somebody said, should we let our daughter go? A year ago, she went out, got hammered, and even drove a car. Thank God nothing bad happened.
Oh, my.
My husband and I were not very happy, and she's now a senior in high school. Bunch of friends are planning on going to a Luke Combs concert at the end of the month. She and her friends love country music. Well, a few shady characters may be a part of the group. I say to let her go. We have to let her prove herself. My husband says no way. She broke the trust. Our daughter is a senior in high school. How would you handle this?
Drinking and driving is it's a big offense.
Yeah.
Pretty serious offense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
But you're talking about not letting her go at all, not even about driving.
Yeah, it's just
it was a year ago.
He doesn't trust her at all.
Just to go out.
Shady people in the group.
Yeah, you're going to have a fight on your hands. You've got a senior in high school that is wanting to make memories, and going to concerts with her friends are, ways to make memories. And I assume that you had a big talking to about what she did a year ago. Hopefully she's learned a lesson. And a year later, I would think this is a good chance for her to try to prove herself.
You make her sign a contract that she's not going to do anything stupid like that again. And then you get in the bushes at the concert.
Yeah, kids usually, they follow those contracts they sign.
Yes.
They never break this contract.
Well, if you're in the bushes, you can see everything.
I let her go. I'm a big believer of even when you mess up big, you get a second chance to redeem yourself.
Yeah. And just knowing the amphitheater, they don't really have bushes that they allow you to get in.
Well,
security
then
might have an issue.
You bring your own bush.
Okay. Just to blend in.
Yep.
More great advice. Contracts and bushes.
Yeah.
Mobile landscaping.
Yeah. What do you think about this parental problem here? It says my son's friends are trying to seduce me.
Ooh.
Oh, boy. This ain't good.
It says I am a young single mom in her mid-30s with a 17-year-old son.
Girl, why you even messing with this?
I would say that I am attractive, and I think my son's friends would too. How do I know? Because they always tell me. At first it was flattering, but now it's getting bothersome, to the point that I'm thinking about telling my son that he is no longer allowed to have his friends over to the house. A year ago, his friends would just compliment me. Then I could feel them staring at me anytime I was in their vicinity. Now I've noticed that they are always walking around shirtless, and the other day I even walked in on one of his friends standing naked in front of the bathroom sink. Why he was completely naked, I do not know. He
I
wasn't
can tell you.
Yeah.
Well,
He wasn't taking a shower. He was just naked. I talked to my son about it, and he said that he has heard his friends say stuff, but he always shuts it down and gets mad when they do. His friends are good-looking young men, but I have no worry about any self-control. That's not happening with me. I'm just starting to worry about what stories might get started. I don't want to deprive my son of his friends and having them over, but I am afraid this could turn into a dangerous situation. Am I over-exaggerating this?
You're the adult.
yeah.
If these kids are being inappropriate, they're not allowed over. You tell your son, your friends are inappropriate. They're saying things that are inappropriate. The dude's walking around there. They're not allowed over at the house, and I'm your mom, and that's the law.
Okay. All right.
Well, they're being weird.
Yeah, and also that's just how teenage boys are going to act around someone that is a MILF. Not all teenage boys, but maybe the ones on the fringe with raging hormones are going to react to seeing a hot mom.
She's making it sound like they're saying inappropriate comments all the time. If this is what's really going on,
Yeah.
well, you're the adult. Shut this down.
Right. Don't allow it to
Yeah.
happen. Yeah, it's not bad. Hey, it's because of their behavior and the way that they're ogling me that, no. If they could be gentlemen, yes.
As a teenager, I would not have the nards to say that to a friend's mom. Because I had a few friends that had hot moms.
Yeah.
I would never be like, hey, Mrs. Blah, 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 you look so hot today, or you're so attractive. I wouldn't have the nards to do that.
Yeah, it seems like at first they started with nice compliments. I don't know necessarily if they're saying anything to her face, but she's just, you have those sensors. You feel like, okay, it feels like these boys are staring at me. This is just getting weird. Why they always walking around with their shirts off.
Victor in the chat room says, get over yourself.
Okay. Maybe she's building up that they think that she's so attractive and she's not.
Well, you're the adult in all of this. So even if they throw comments at you, you know what? It doesn't matter. In the whole scheme of things, it does not matter. You need to keep it together and realize they're teenagers. Their brains aren't even fully formed yet.
I was making breakfast for my son in a thong. I have no idea why his friends were looking at me.
Right.
I'm so confused. Let me email a radio show.
Yeah, you got to watch yourself too around them, what you wear, because these boys are raging. They're raging.
Anytime we get a scenario where it's only one side, I always want to like to really see what's going on in the whole situation.
Right.
Is she really Stacy's mom? Or,
Yes. Is she being completely innocent? What's happening here?
Yeah.
But you're the adult.
Yeah. Some of the comments about the parental problems we just heard. Somebody said that there is a breathalyzer test that when your daughter gets home from the concert, you can get one at Walgreens and test her. So make sure that you're not allowed to drink if you go to this concert, just to let you know.
If that was Caitlin back in the day and same scenario and she wanted to go to the concert, would you give her another chance to prove herself?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in that. I mean, it's been a year and,
People
absolutely.
make mistakes.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. You got to learn from it, and then you got a chance to try to redeem yourself. And somebody else texted in and said, too, it's kind of funny because their daughter is the drunk driver, and yet they're calling the other kids the shady ones. Interesting perspective how we feel about other people's kids. I finally saw that they've got a premiere date for the show Ozark on Netflix. Pretty excited about that. It's going to be coming out in January, so you got to wait a little while. But I'm actually kind of cool with it because you'll kind of start getting out of football season, and then it debuts on January 21st.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the fourth and final season of Ozark is going to be premiering. If I remember right, I think it's kind of a two-parter thing that they're doing. Maybe 4 or 8 episodes and then another 4 or 8 episodes, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to be doing that, so they finally have a date on that. There is a show that's on Netflix my wife's talking a lot about. Have you ever heard of You?
Yes, I'm 3 or 4 episodes into it, and it took a little bit for me to get started, but now I'm kind of obsessed.
Okay.
Yeah, I like You.
What's it? Thank you. I like You too.
So obsessed is a good word to use. So it's about this guy, and he's kind of, I can't decide if he's cute or creepy. But
Could be
he's
both.
He's both, but he's definitely like, my type. He's like got the dark hair, good eyebrows. He is a weirdo, but so far he hasn't been caught. It's pretty funny. I like how he's smooth and sneaky. And I'm only a few episodes into it, but it's about him becoming obsessively attached to people that he doesn't even know.
Okay.
Which can happen.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
I mean, it kind of scared me at first because I was watching it going, this could happen.
Someone could love my dirt of the day and become obsessed with me.
Are you mocking the dirt of the day?
Not at all.
How dare
I'm
you?
respecting it.
A couple more comments had rolled in about some of the questions about letting the girl who was driving drunk a year ago go to the Luke Combs concert. Somebody said the concert is at the BB&T Center, so it should be fine. Give her a chance, or you could even take her there and then pick her up afterwards. But at least let her go to the concert. Everybody thinks that that's the right move.
It's going to be a little bit harder to be bushes at the BB&T.
Yeah.
I just like the one comment calling out the daughter for being shady because she was the drunk driver, but the parent goes, the shady people are going to be there. Well, your daughter was the one drinking and driving.
Yeah.
Birds of a feather, sir.
So if she's not, how shady are these kids?
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, what the heck are these kids doing? Oh, it was funny, though. She said BB&T Center. I got to tell you, this has been a really tough year because they have renamed pretty much every stadium that we have.
Oh, yeah, it's not BB&T anymore.
No, that stadium in Sunrise is different. Where the Miami Heat play, that is different. The amphitheater is different.
In West Palm, yeah.
They changed all of them recently?
All of them.
Those three have changed all pretty much here very recently.
And y'all know we're trying to recuperate from the COVID twisted spin around.
Yeah.
And then you change all these venues right when we just start to feel comfortable about concerts again.
Money.
There's one place that has stayed consistent, though, and I like it, FAU Stadium. It's just FAU Stadium.
We ain't selling out.
That's simple, easy, and awesome. Like, hey, where are they playing? At FAU Stadium. That makes sense,
Well,
right?
It should stay that because
Right.
it's FAU Stadium.
Yeah, so I've got some tickets. If you want to see the Fighting Owls, you can call us up, 877-979-WRMF. Take the whole family with a 4-pack when they face off against UTEP at FAU Stadium. It's going to be next Saturday, 6 p.m. kickoff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a name, and you've got to tell me which sports team is associated with it. And I'm going back to the history of Hard Rock Stadium. I'll throw in the amphitheater. I'll see how well you guys can do on the quiz.
Okay.
You broke his brain. We don't expect this side of the room to fare
What was
well.
that noise of?
I don't know.
Oh.
I turned into the Cowardly Lion.
That was that spinning wheel of death on your apple.
I'm not going to do well. That's what that meant.
Okay. Okay, just a few birthdays today. John Krasinski, who played Jim on The Office, is turning 42 today.
Whatever happened with that positive news network thing he was doing? Remember he was doing during the pandemic. Everyone loved it,
Yeah.
and then he signed it away and sold
Yeah.
it for money, and then everyone turned on him.
Yeah, he did. He's like, this is a project's taking time, and during the pandemic when it first started, he had some time.
Didn't we all?
And then when he had other projects, he's like, okay, I don't want this to be my whole career.
I got to get back to
and
acting.
I haven't heard anything else of it.
When he started getting paid for it, it hurt Twitter's feelings.
Yeah.
Shut up, Twitter.
They couldn't believe he wanted to get paid for his
How
work.
dare he come up with a successful idea and then make a profit off of it and be smart?
The nerve.
Yeah. Dr. Dre's boy, Snoop Dogg, is turning 50 today. He's 50 years old, so half a century for Snoop today. And the Vice President, Kamala Harris, is 57 years old today. Got a birthday you want to get on the KVJ Show? You can let us know. Mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. All right, let's see how well you remember some of the names that South Florida venues have had. It's one of the most annoying things that we do. They sign these sponsorship deals with the company will come in, drop a couple $1 million on them so they can make more money than, they need. And then they're always just kind of jerking the names around. Like the deals might be for maybe 2 years, 3 years, sometimes a year. And then you got to get used to be like, okay, wait, where am I meeting you? I'm meeting you at the FTX Arena. What is that?
Oh boy.
We're going to Florida Live? What's Florida Live? I remember when I saw that. It was so confusing to me because they're like, the concert's at Florida Live. I'm like, what? Did we get a new arena? Like, where's Florida Live? I don't know what that is.
It's right next to Pickle Field.
Yeah,
Ooh, I love
so
Pickle
confusing. It is so confusing. So we're going to see how your memory is here today.
Oh, boy.
I've got tickets to FAU Stadium. Who plays at FAU Stadium?
Who Dowls?
FAU, yeah. I like that. That's the way it should be. I loved it when Dolphin Stadium was Dolphin Stadium. I'm like, okay, that's great. I like it when Marlins Park was Marlins Park.
But if FAU came to you and said, we love you, we love the show, we're changing it to Ralston Stadium, would you be kind of tickled pink and love that?
I'd be like, no, don't make me part of the problem.
Oh, man.
No, keep it FAU Stadium.
Don't be part of the problem.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
going to
great
be part of the
publicity,
problem.
Kev.
Yeah, you can name it Pennington Stadium.
It's happening.
Okay.
You actually went there. That would make more sense.
Yeah.
Good point.
That's true.
Yeah, I graduated from FAU.
Yeah. Why are they giving it to me?
That'd be such an insult.
It would.
Jay Bird graduates from FAU, but they name it Ralston Stadium.
Yeah.
The disrespect.
It's very
Yeah,
disrespectful.
would be. All right, let's see how your memory is here. Russo is going to try to help you out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to name off a South Florida venue, and you got to tell me who is associated with it. It would be like the Dolphins, the Heat, the Marlins, the Panthers.
Okay.
Or it could just be the amphitheater. So those are your answers. It'll either be Dolphins, Heat, Marlins, Panthers, or amphitheater.
And is that the beloved Russo we have?
I believe it is. Hello, Russo.
Hey, what's up, KVJ?
Hey, Russo!
Russo!
Forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, me can forget about it. I'm driving out here with these momos on the road over here, so give me a break.
So many momos.
What's that?
I don't
A lot
know.
of momos out here.
Yeah, Momos.
Unfortunately, they're mostly from New York. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
If you don't know what momo means, you're probably a momo.
Probably a Momo.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're a momo.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Shoot at me. I'm going to try to take my cap on now.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to name a South Florida venue by their sponsor name, and you got to tell me who is associated with it, either the team or the amphitheater. Okay. National Car Rental. What are we talking about that? National Car Rental. Who's that associated with?
Can we work as a team?
Yes, you can.
Russo, I don't know why. Dolphins feel pretty
No.
wrong.
I don't think it's
Yeah.
Dolphins.
Good. I'm glad we're on the same page.
I think it's the Panthers.
Oh, does that feel good? Russo,
Russo's the one who's going to answer.
Russo, what do you think?
I'm going to say the Heat.
Let's say, yeah,
so
okay.
you have three answers.
Typical. We're never on the same page.
You have three answers.
Yeah. Okay, Russo, you
I'm a
get
hothead.
to
Come
the
on.
final answer. What do you think,
It's up to
Russo?
you. You can do this.
All right, would you say Virginia?
I thought it was the Panthers.
I'm going to go with Virginia.
You're going to go with the Panthers? Virginia's correct.
That's for
National
you.
Car Rental.
Virginia.
Yeah.
In your face.
Yep.
New York all
I know I
day.
can count on you guys.
Yeah. Okay, I got a few more here for you. Okay. If I hit you up with Mars Music, what are we talking about? Mars Music. What do you think, Russo?
Oof. I'm going to need help. J-Bird, come on.
Mars Music.
What is that? Bird?
It is probably an amphitheater of sorts. I'm just working it out.
Okay.
People play music there. It's
I'm
just-
going to say amphitheater. You're right, J-Bird. I think it's amphitheater.
Me too. I agree.
Yeah, that is the amphitheater. Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
I got it right.
Look at
Okay.
you, Russo.
Two.
Yeah. Okay, doing great so far. 2 for 2. Okay, what about Bank Atlantic?
One.
We know this
Say it
one.
again.
Bank Atlantic.
We know this one.
That's the Panthers.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a Panthers.
Yeah, that was one of the
Yeah,
Panthers names.
yeah.
Very nice. Okay, 3 for 3.
No momos here, Russo.
No.
That's right, baby. KVJ, rock the nation.
Okay. Land Shark. Land shark.
That's dolphins.
No.
No. It's not the dolphins?
I don't think so.
Land sharks, not dolphins.
I don't think so. Russo, do you have a lean?
I got to lean. I'm thinking dolphins too.
Dolphins or marlins?
I'm going to say amphitheater.
It's amphitheater.
Amphitheater?
I think so.
Okay. All right.
That final answer, amphitheater?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh!
It's dolphins.
Damn it!
See? What happens? A witch gets in here, she confuses you with her spells.
I was trying to help.
I know. You witch.
Yeah.
Dang it. I knew it.
It's
Yeah.
all good.
Okay. How about this one? American Airlines.
That's the heat.
Oh, that's the heat.
That is the
Yeah.
heat. Okay, that one we remember. What's FTX?
That's got to be the Panthers, no?
I think that's the new.
Oh, that's
No, not the Panthers, not the Panthers.
I just love all the
That's the
confusion.
amphitheater.
That's,
I'm going with confusion. I'm going to say amphitheater. Come on.
No, it's not amphitheater. I think it might be the new Heat.
No, we just said the heat.
But that's the old name. It's not the American Airlines Arena anymore. They just switched it.
NASCAR.
NASCAR.
It's not a name.
I panicked.
It's the Heat.
I know it's in Miami.
Virginia's got it right. It is. That's the new name of that. That's the new name of that.
We a mess, Kevin. We a mess.
This whole thing is a mess, and that's the point of it. One more, Lone Depot. Who am I talking about? Lone Depot.
Lone Depot.
Lone Depot.
What is that venue? What's it associated with?
LOAN
LOAN
or
Depot.
LONE.
That's a great.
Lone Ranger
Like the
Depot.
Lone Ranger, yeah. That is a stadium of sorts
Well, that's
For-
the whole thing. It's a venue.
for the Hurricanes. Hurricanes feel good?
No.
No, it doesn't feel good. Just looking it up.
I don't even know that one. Wow.
Okay, nobody.
Is
Lone
it Dolphin?
Depot?
I think it's Dolphins.
You think it's Lone Depot's Dolphins?
I'm going to go
no.
against Virginia, and I'm going to go ahead and say it is. We're going to go the Hurricanes. Just
The
to
Hurricanes.
just to
Yeah,
mix
I'm
it up.
going to go. I'll go with Jay Bird.
That's a bad idea. That's a bad idea. Anytime you're saying I'm going with Jay Bird.
Russo, we've already established
Yeah.
I'm the worst Italian ever. Don't ever follow
Yeah,
me.
no, that's Marlins. That's the new name of Marlins Park, Lone
Marlins.
Depot. Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, there you can see all the confusion you guys are causing us. Nobody can figure out what the heck any of these venues are. Going to keep it simple for you, Russo. When we say FAU Stadium, that's where you go to see FAU play. You got the Fight House
All right,
tickets,
all right.
a 4-pack for Saturday, October 30th when they take on UTEP. Okay, bud?
You got it, buddy.
Okay.
Thank you very much, KVJ. I love you guys. Have a good day, all right?
All right,
Long live,
Russo.
long live Brooklyn. Long live Russo.
Yeah.
That's it, baby. I'm going to have some cannolis now. Gotta go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not for nothing. I'm gonna have some cannolis right now.
Yeah.
Is he definitely? Do we know for a fact? Is he from Brooklyn?
I have no
You
idea.
don't know.
It's a good chance, yeah. It's a good chance.
I love Russo.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, he's great. So Adele's doing all kinds of publicity promoting her new album's going to be coming out. Her new single is already crushing all kinds of streaming records and doing great. But she's pretty much all over the place now. And when you are, you get asked all kinds of goofy questions, including what would be your perfect last meal ever?
My ideal meal, my death row meal, my last meal would be a McChicken nugget with a Big Mac and then fries. That's my 3-course. I eat at least once a week.
Look, I get it. I love McDonald's French fries. A big fan of the Big Mac. I understand. That was the Big Mac. It really kind of gave me my love for fast food.
Yeah.
That and the Whopper.
It's solid. It's a solid choice.
I mean, it's a last meal, though. Really? Fast food when you could have anything?
But think about fast food at its just the best. You're getting it where the Big Mac's the freshest, the fries are the best. I get that could be someone's favorite meal. You're too fancy, dog.
Well.
Seriously, you're kind of stuck up.
You just meet me?
Kind of a priss.
I've been this way all the whole time.
Virginia she hates a chain, Kev.
Okay.
I mean, I just don't think that that's the way you should go for your last meal.
Really?
Sure, it's a fun cheat meal.
Wow.
But here's
But
the
for your last meal, let's go decadent.
But a Big Mac and a French fry, it's so specific that's her favorite. That's what she craves, and I get that. I'm hair farted now.
Yeah.
You're just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm a low budget fast food eater.
You're a peasant.
I am.
I'm thinking I would probably go pizza.
Yeah,
I think it'd probably be mine because,
definitely.
I mean, you want to go out with your favorite meal of all time, and I think pizza's my favorite food.
Now, if we're gonna do this, we have to do this right. We have to do this fair. Because she's saying Big Mac. She's giving a lot of examples.
She's
here.
got 3 courses.
Yeah, I want a pizza. I want the drink of my choice. I want a dessert, and I want an appetizer. If we're gonna do this right,
I agree.
last meal, man.
Yeah, you want to make it count. I would have a milkshake in there.
Oh,
as
yeah.
part of it.
It's
gonna be my beverage.
A Coke from a fountain, a concession stand fountain with crushed ice.
Okay.
In the biggest styrofoam cup you can find. I get that it's bad for the environment, but I'm gonna die that night anyway.
Yeah, right.
Let's
Go
have that
for it.
Coke.
Go for it. Who cares? That's it. You throw caution to the wind. Some kind of ice creamy type gooey dessert.
A dessert of sorts,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I would thoroughly enjoy that. Somebody texted in and said, believe it or not, the most requested last meal of death row inmates is peanut butter and jelly.
Man,
Peanut butter
talk
and jelly
about
sandwich.
basic.
Yeah, I mean, that's like kids play.
What are you going with, Virginia? Octopus tentacles? Sea urchin guts? What are you going with?
Well, I want a really old bottle of Dom Perignon. That's how I'm starting. That's my drink.
Okay.
Appetizer, first course, whatever you want to call it. I want the best caviar. I want the stuff that's illegal. You know what I'm talking about. The black market beluga. That's what I want.
Question.
Yeah.
Is this for this scenario, we know we're going to die? We know this is our last
Yeah,
meal?
you're savoring it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. You realize this is pretty much curtains.
Then after I have my caviar, I want to have a really big bone-in ribeye, like a huge bone sticking out of it.
It's called bone-in ribeye.
Bone-in ribeye.
Kind of makes it sound gross, doesn't it?
You can actually grab the bone and wave it around. It's a massive meat lollipop.
Yeah.
All right.
I love it.
Yeah.
And the meat right next to the bone is the best.
So yeah, you're definitely crapping your pants before you die.
Oh my gosh, that poor executioner. I mean, they're just gonna have to hose that room down when she's done.
It will be wet.
You're gonna blow up like a pinata.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's gonna be so disgusting. You're like, no, don't flip the switch.
And the reason why I got gross is because you said something that kind of turned. I think it's got meat lollipop. Is that what you said?
It's gnarly. It's very gnarly.
I just picture you eating a meat lollipop.
Yeah, thanks for grossing us out.
What do you got?
I'm going with the pizza, like I said, milkshake. I'm going with the gooey dessert at the end.
Any appetizer?
Probably chicken wings.
Good call. That's very good. I
Yeah,
love it.
Going with that, baby. That's gonna be it.
Do you think you could enjoy your meal knowing you're about to die? Could you get into all of that milkshakes and wings?
Yeah, I could.
Okay.
I'll make it happen. I savor every minute, man.
You know he can compartmentalize like nobody.
That's right.
This man can block out Armageddon.
He'll even have a prep for his death. All right,
He will.
Yeah.
You'll have a whole agenda.
Yeah.
He will compartmentalize his pain.
Yeah.
You've never seen anybody do
It'll be
it like
all right,
him.
man. It's gonna be all right. That's that Kid Leroy. He's got that hit song with Justin Bieber, and if my wife were here, she would probably argue that he is the greatest teen heartthrob of all time. She's been watching the Justin Bieber documentary that's on Netflix and just loves it.
Me and Virginia love that song.
Stay.
The LaCroix song and the Bieber.
Yeah, LaCroix. It's delicious.
That is my jam.
You know, when Bieber teamed up with the sparkling beverage.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
At least I'm engaged with the music, right? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is an improvement. Our bosses have noted.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
So who would you argue would be the biggest teen heartthrob?
I got into a major debate with a Bieber head who said it's definitely Justin Bieber, way bigger, and I claimed it was Elvis only because of the impact Elvis had.
Yeah.
He really changed the game. To your point, I know you were making fun of it, but they really did. The way he was dancing, they thought he was ruining teenagers.
And he was. He moved his hips and worked those girls into a frenzy.
Yeah, I think because you've got so many hit songs, then you had movies that parlayed out of it, the hysteria that went on with him, you know, even up until his death. I mean, he was getting all the blue hairs in Vegas. towards his death, but he
Elvis,
was a heartthrob all the way into his 40s when he died.
He died at 42 or 44 or 42 in 1977. There's a lot of women, not just blue hairs, that would have loved to have been with the king.
Yeah, Bieber's got a lot of hits that are going now. I don't know where he compares exactly to Elvis. I'm sure he's still behind him in that. Doesn't have the movie career the same way. But, you could throw out a Justin Timberlake. He has had a pretty solid musical career from the boy band to solos to actually doing the acting, and he's been in watchable movies. I don't know if you could say the same thing about Elvis's.
Timberlake bigger than Elvis? Say that out loud. Justin Timberlake is a bigger teen heartthrob than Elvis Presley.
I know you like Timberlake, Kevin, but serious.
I don't think he is, but I'm just trying to throw out anybody that you could argue that has had the same kind of impact as Elvis.
Now, could you say Michael Jackson? Because the argument the one person was having, like, it can't be Elvis because Elvis became this big star as an adult. But I go, well, that's what's happening with Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber's now an adult doing the same thing, so your argument's kind of falling off.
Well, if you said, after they hit the age of 25, they can't be a teen heartthrob anymore, well, then you'd have to look at all the work they did up until around the age of 25.
Yeah, I think Elvis was a bigger teen heartthrob than even a Bieber.
Okay, what about a Paul McCartney?
The Beatles came after Elvis.
How would Paul McCartney compare to Elvis if you're talking about teen heartthrobs?
I mean, the Beatles in general just were, but
I still think Elvis, when you use the word heartthrob.
And the Beatles did have movies.
They did.
At about the same caliber as Elvis's.
It's hard to say it's the Beatles over Elvis because Elvis was first. And the Beatles I think Elvis was a little pissy too that the Beatles were doing so well, kind of taking his shine.
Yeah, it's an interesting debate. I think it is still Elvis. I do agree with you on that. I think that Bieber right now, you could argue, is the biggest teen heartthrob that is out there. I would say he's number one currently, but I don't of all time now.
When we were growing up, who was the big? I remember girls loved Kirk Cameron from Growing Pains. He was always on the teen heartthrob.
Not this girl.
Yeah, but never to the same level.
He was too pure.
Yeah.
You need a bad boy.
Whatever. He's probably got bodies under the porch. And nobody's that pure.
The other one that's a little bit... We were too old, but the kid from Home Improvement, I remember.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
Chicks loved him.
Yeah, he was, but talking about of all time, it's Elvis. Of now, it's Justin Bieber. So in a sense, you're kind of both.
You love Stamos. That was your boy.
Stamos was it? But again, John Stamos, Elvis Presley.
Yeah, you can't even say it.
Nobody's in the same category, I don't think. Coming up here, we got a World Record Wednesday attempt you can dial into. Jaybird is going to be trying to break the record for the fastest time to assemble Mr. Potato Head. It's 6.62 seconds. He says he's been practicing on this, Virginia. You always crack on his hamburger hands.
The hamburger hands can get in the way. It really depends. I notice I'm streaky with this one.
Okay.
So many streaks.
So what's the challenge?
You have to take a potato head with all the things that go on him, lay them on the table, and then beep, 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 put them all on. How fast can you do it?
The record's under 7 seconds.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
That's fast.
And it's got to be correct.
How many parts? 1, 2, 3.
There's
4,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 parts.
Wow, that's fast.
That's fast. That's more than
Okay.
It's like 2 parts a second, really.
All right. Well, we'll get Bird's time on that. Yeah. Math.
You know we can't do math.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Somebody had sent in a text and we were talking about the bigger current heartthrob. We're talking Justin Bieber probably has that now, but somebody said you're forgetting about Harry Styles from One Direction. He has a bigger impact in social media right now. His engagement is way bigger than Bieber. He's classier, kinder. Has great abs, better music. He's an actor.
I agree with you on all the qualities. Definitely Harry, for me, is way more sexy than Bieber. But Bieber's footprint is bigger. I'm sorry.
Also, too, it's hard for me to look at Harry Styles as a teen throb because so many soccer moms want to bang him. You know what I mean? You're not a soccer mom by any means, Virginia, but you are a mom.
I'm a mountain lion.
You are a mountain lion.
Yes.
And you think he looks like a tasty snack?
I'm sorry. Harry is way more appealing, but I get it. Justin Bieber is more mainstream.
Okay.
Yeah, Harry Styles probably more likable, but Bieber's bigger, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I looked just, for instance, on Instagram, and she's talking about has a bigger social following. Justin Bieber has 200 million followers on Instagram. Harry Styles 39.8.
There you go.
200 million people.
Yeah.
That's so much power
You
for
can't-
one human.
You
to
can't
have.
argue with that.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
you have 200 million people hanging on your word. That's a lot of power.
Yeah. And we asked in the chat room who's the bigger current teenage heartthrob. 65% of the KVJ TV chat says Justin Bieber. So, yeah, don't think it is here. I do love Harry Styles, but I don't think that's it. All right, Jaybird is going to be going for a world record here for the fastest time to assemble a Mr. Potato Head. It's under 7 seconds at 6.62 seconds. 10 different things you've got to put on the potato head.
It's weird. Have you ever practiced something a lot and you get worse at it? Yeah.
I can't think that that's
No.
ever happened. No.
Every time I practice, I get better, especially something like this that I've never done.
I have been practicing doing this Mr. Potato Head for the last day, and I'm getting worse at it. I don't know what's going on.
Bless your heart.
No. You don't say that. No, we don't say those words.
Okay. Well, I think what you need to do is remove all the items from the
Yes.
potato head.
I wanted to show the good people who listen to this program what it's supposed to look like before.
Okay.
See, we got it
A
all
little
right
before
there.
and after there.
There you go.
A little before and after.
We're taking them on. We're taking it all off.
All right, take it off. Take it off.
We're getting
Take it off.
Potato Man naked.
Okay. All right. So there we go. Jaybird's getting that thing all set up. All right. We're going to put on the clock here, see how fast you can do it. I would say KVJ impressive, doubling the time on this, so 14 seconds. Virginia, do you think he can do it in 14 seconds?
There's not an ice cube chance in hell.
Really?
I hate to agree with her.
I just saw him try to show me how to do it off air, and it was like a bumbling buffoon.
Well, because it's such a quick one, I want to see how good the witch could do it too.
Okay.
It's
All right.
tricky,
If she
Kevin.
could beat me, this is not easy. This is
It's
very
not.
hard.
It's not easy.
I don't know how someone did that in 7 seconds.
Yeah. Well, let me see here. Okay, so there's two things. Are you going over or under 14 seconds for Jaybird, Virginia?
I'm going over.
Going over. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Trust me, I've seen behind the curtain.
I would feel like this is if I could get in the 20s somehow, that would be a win for me.
Wow.
I just I've done the work, man. It is not easy.
Suits, over, under.
Oh,
Over.
He saw me practicing too. He was laughing. He was
I
laughing.
think we'll go over too. Okay, then who's going to win the head-to-head, Virginia or Jaybird? He's going Virginia.
Suits is so damn disrespectful. We're in a music group together, Suits.
Virginia, who do you think is going to win between you and Bird?
I mean,
Oh, you know, such a witch. She hasn't even practiced. She cannot beat me. I've been practicing for a day. She cannot beat me.
I did it once.
Denny's, who do you think's going to win? Okay, he thinks you're going to go under, and you think Bird's going to beat Virginia?
There's my guy. There's the most peaceful hype man in the game.
My lie guy.
Yeah, he's my lie guy.
Okay. All right, let's see here. The world record, fastest time to assemble Mr. Potato Head, 6.62 seconds. KVJ impressive is 14. All right, Jaybird, on your mark, get set, and go. Okay. Here goes Jaybird working on the potato head. He's going for the mouth. Putting that in there. Got a hand on the one side. He's got two hands. He's got the mouth. You're at 10 seconds right now.
Oh, my God.
Okay, he's got the eyes. He's
no.
got, he just fumbled around. The
Oh,
glasses
come on.
went pinging off.
Do not
He's
let-
at 17, 18
Oh, my
seconds
gosh.
now.
No.
Okay, trying to get the glasses
Oh,
there. He's
boy.
still got to put on the cap. He's at 23 seconds.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, he's putting on the one ear. He's going for the other
Glasses
ear.
are on the
The
floor.
glasses are now on the floor. Okay, he's at 30 seconds here. Okay, he
just
hit his head on the counter and he knocked the potato head over. He's got the glasses the glasses
the
fell
ear
off.
came off.
The ear came off. Okay, he's at 42 seconds now. Okay, the glasses he fumbled the glasses again. Can't get the glasses to go on Mr. Potato Head. He's at 50 seconds. He now knocked off another ear. So he's at 54 seconds here. Okay, Jaybird, and done. Okay, all right, very nice.
Clocked his head
Oh,
so
he hit
hard
his head on
the
top of it?
underside of our table.
But did I hear under a minute?
56.2 seconds.
Under a minute. Yeah.
Jaybird assembled Mr. Potato Head in 56.2 seconds.
Who buttered up the glasses?
Probably
they
you.
They were pinging all over the place. Didn't look like it.
You probably got butter on your fingers from all that pizza and garlic knot party you had.
Oh, is that what it is?
Garlic.
Tell me you didn't have pizza last night.
Why do you mind your own business?
All right, Virginia.
Pizza slut.
Why don't you focus on beating me, which you are going to definitely do?
Are you still confident, Virginia, you're going to whoop his butt in assembling a Mr. Potato Head?
I mean, Kevin.
Okay.
I mean, I can't. I don't know how you did it.
Do
so
we even have to do this?
I don't know how you did it so long without me, Kev.
Okay. All right, Virginia, you have got to do this thing here in less than 57 seconds. That's how much time you're going to get on the clock.
If you want a note, if you do want a note.
A note from you? This should be cute. Yeah, I do. I want a note.
Okay.
Never mind, I'm turned off.
All right, I got 57 seconds on the clock here. I'll give you the countdown on how you're doing on beating Jaybird's time. Okay, the Mr. Potato Head and the parts are laying out on the counter. You can watch this on KVJ TV on YouTube.
It's got to be correct.
It does have to be correct, absolutely. All the way. Okay, Virginia, get ready. On your mark, get set, and go. Okay, Virginia is got one arm on. She's got both arms on the Mr. Potato Head. 10 items you got to put on there. She's got both arms, both ears so far. She is now putting the nose and the glasses on the mustache on. She's got the mouth mustache, and she has got the eyes on. She has got the hat that she is putting on right now. She's got 30 seconds left to do this. She's now doing the glasses, and she's got the glasses left and the base, and she is done. Okay, with 21 seconds to spare.
Oh, it hurts there.
Bless your heart.
Okay. Wow.
This one stings, Coach.
Oh, man.
He's practiced all week.
No, I have not. It's a false narrative. It's been
Daddy!
a day. It's been a day.
Wow.
Tell the
okay.
truth.
Well, I mean, I practiced.
heavens.
I practiced the last day. I wouldn't say I
Okay.
went full gorilla, but I did practice.
So practice makes worse? Is that the motto?
Dog, I just don't know what's up and down anymore. I just don't know. That was fun, though. I lost terribly, but it was great fun.
Yep.
This is cool, too. I don't remember Mr. Potato Head having a butt you can put things in.
What?
Oh, well, that's...
Whoa.
Jaybird. Maybe this is for your OnlyFans page, Cream Pie Pennington, but we are not doing that.
And just what did you put in your Mr. Potato Head butt, Jaybird?
Oh my gosh. You should stop talking.
Did you put your spud in your Mr. Potato Head?
I mean,
Look, though, you could put... I didn't realize... I haven't potato-headed it in so long.
Oh, yes.
I didn't realize you could...
Put some of the
you put
things
it...
there.
You do. You put it in there.
it's in his back.
Dog, that's a potato butt. Get out of here.
Let him see what he wants to see, Virginia.
Yeah, you see what you want to see. Okay, Pumpkin, you're putting it in his butt.
You won, champion. Let me have my potato butt.
You ever wonder if you need to get out of a relationship? You can let us know what's going on. We'll give you our thoughts as to whether or not you should stay in or get the heck out. Little makeup or breakup email here saying, I can't keep up with her sex drive.
Oh.
Says, I've been dating this guy for 6 months. From the moment that we met, we have had this animal magnetism between us.
Nice.
Our first 4 months, we were doing it all the time and everywhere we could. It was amazing. I'd say we were doing it a minimum of 6 times a day.
Whoa.
Which is a lot more than anyone else I've ever been with.
Gotta get some ice packs.
Yeah, you do.
Well, what I initially thought was our animal magnetism led way to me thinking that he might just be a sex addict. Okay, it's a he. After 4 months, I found myself facing deadlines on various projects and having to put off his advances. He would get very frustrated and take it as rejection. I tried explaining to him how much I cared for him, but how it was impossible for me to work 6 lovemaking sessions into my day every day. He just told me that he needed that much sex. He doesn't do any intoxicants whatsoever. He doesn't even gamble. So obviously this is his vice. Look, I like sex, but I just don't know if I can be with somebody with such a high sex drive. Has anyone else ever dealt with this? And how do you make it work when the other person gets so frustrated by your rejection? Is this a make up or breakup?
That's the problem. It's, to me, if someone has a high sex drive, that's one thing. But then if they're going to make you feel guilty when you're not going to be in the mood 6 times a day. Look, I like getting my freak on, but that is a crap ton of sex. That's kind of like, again, a second job, really.
That's way, 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 way above normal.
That is above normal, way above.
The problem is not you. The problem is him. And this is a pretty relatively new relationship. Mm-hmm. You just say to him, look, if this is what you need 6 times a day, I'm not the one for you.
Yeah, that could be, this to me is a breakup, because if he's going to make you feel bad about it, that you don't stay with that person.
Yeah, that's way above the norm.
I mean, it's at least 42 times a week. Could you imagine that?
Oh my gosh.
Panda wanting you 40 times a week?
I would never.
I would never.
I mean, that's so much.
I mean, it's just, there's no balance. All you're doing is humping.
Mm-hmm.
Well, think about it. 6 times in a day, that's not like that's going to take a couple hours. That's probably going to take a good chunk of your day up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's tough.
Now, I'm not saying you can't do that on the weekend every now and then. Have a little fun.
What's your record?
We don't have to get,
on a weekend?
We don't have to get into numbers. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a numbers girl.
You
know me.
I know.
You know how great she is with numbers.
Yeah. My thing.
Okay, what about this makeup or breakup? How would you rule on this? My boyfriend has a married friend he previously slept with. Says, my boyfriend has a married friend that he had sex with multiple times before we got together. I'm okay with that. I'm just not okay with how close their current relationship is. She will call my boyfriend daily and they have lunch every Wednesday. I told my boyfriend how this bothers me, but he thinks I'm just being jealous as she is, quote, only a friend. I think it's disrespectful that he dismisses my feelings, and I think that anybody else would feel the same way. If he doesn't change his behavior, is it better for me to just leave him?
Well, he's calling you jealous because you are jealous, because you have a right to be jealous. It's okay to feel jealous when it's justified.
It's a rational reaction to what he's doing with his ex.
Yeah.
They're having lunches every Wednesday. Like,
people throw that word out to shut down the argument and to make you feel crazy. You're jealous.
It's a gaslight.
Yeah.
There's times where I deserve to be jealous because you're making me jealous.
Jealousy
Don't give me a
is
reason to be.
warranted. But you know what else also is warranted? You got to get in the bushes. What happens after this lunch?
The problem is, I think that's what's going on.
I need to know.
Yeah. I would just, I think that she's right. Look, a reasonable relationship is talking every couple of weeks. And I don't like that whole even them going out to lunch together.
Well, why can't they invite all their partner?
Yeah.
Why can't she invite her man and you get to go with your man?
Mm-hmm.
And you said they had been together before?
Yeah.
How the hell else do they know? This is such a breakup.
Yeah.
Why you would put up with this horse manure?
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people just need to hear the obvious with these emails that they send us. And this person wants to know, make up or break up, do I continue my pursuit? Says, I'm pursuing a guy who I've known for years, but only see every few months because he lives somewhere else. He's divorced, and I'm currently going through one. After we recently spent a few days together, I started to question my motives for pursuing a romantic relationship with him. So I created a pro-con list, and it seems like my choice should be obvious. But why is it so hard to end it? Maybe we're just better off as friends. What do you read from my pro-con list? Would this be a makeup or a breakup? The cons: distance, inconsistent communication, is not affectionate or a cuddler, is not complimentary, and makes me feel like I'm not pretty enough. So many female friends, didn't do anything for my birthday, and still hoping to get back with his wife.
Oh, that's a lot of cons.
That's 7 cons, and there are 5 pros that are attractive. He's not boring, good listener, and gives good advice. I get to do things I've never done, and we have history.
Nah, it's a breakup.
Yeah.
You guys are just, you're F buddies.
It's basically what it is. You
Yeah.
guys don't really like each other like that. You guys like...
Well, you might like him, but he doesn't like you.
Yeah, no, which is right.
Yeah.
He's not doing anything other than being hot.
Well, con number 7 says it all. You don't need any more cons. Still hoping to get back with his wife. That's the only con you need out all this.
And wasn't there something else? He makes me feel bad, or he doesn't give me.
Yeah, it makes me feel like I'm not pretty enough. That's twisted.
Yeah. Serve your intuition, break up. And what about this? Can I believe my husband's cheating from this? This message to us said, I received a strange message from an Instagram account claiming that my husband was cheating on me. The account doesn't have a profile picture, 0 followers, and is a private account. Is the message from a real person, or is this a phishing scam?
This could easily be a phishing scam. I'm not saying, I mean, who knows if your husband's cheating or not, but it would be so easy for someone to do that, just to wreak havoc. And you go, why would someone do that? Why are there catfishers? People just like to mess with people.
Totally.
They do, especially on the internet, man.
But you need to look at your relationship and really ask yourself, is my husband the kind of guy that would cheat on me? Does he have time to cheat on me?
Right.
Do I think he could have cheated on me or is cheating on me? If the answer to all that is no, then ignore it.
You usually know a fake account too because they don't have any followers. If it's a really, really over-the-top pretty girl and she's got 32 followers, they're all men, and she just got the account open, it's a fake account.
But this account could have been created with the sole purpose of letting you know your husband was cheating on you secretively.
Yeah.
And that person would have no followers if it was created for that.
Right. Yeah. I don't think there's anything to get concerned about there, but just watch clicking on links with that one. That does
Don't click
like
on
more,
any links from it, but you start looking at your husband in a different light and seeing what he's up to.
Yes, because he's done nothing. Time for another round of Battle of the Generations.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Gen Z has got a 2-point lead on the millennials, 14-12. Gen X in last place with 9.
Look at Smuggy Jr. walking in here, acting like he owns the joint.
So cocky.
He's in first place.
Well, I mean, it's nice. You start the game out knowing there's no way you can lose first place. So.
What
a smuggy answer.
Raised by the smuggest.
Raised by the best.
That's right. We got your partner here, Suits, for Gen Z. This is Lexi from West Palm Beach. Hello, Lexi.
Hi.
How are you today, Lexi?
Doing good. What's going on?
Okay, not
Lexi,
much.
let's get another win here.
The chemistry's on fire.
It's clicking. It's clicking. That's what we say in
Feels
radio's
good.
clicking.
Is Lexi looking at a menu right? What is she doing? It sounds like she's distracted.
What Gen Z do? You know, they're just cool. They're just cruising down the road, windows down. Kristen is on here from Palm Beach Gardens to partner up with Bird for Gen X. Hello, Kristen.
Hey there.
Kristen, okay, let's take down these youngins. As old people must unite.
Totally.
Okay. At least my partner answered back, Suits.
All right, let's see what we get here. First question. This is for Gen Z. Pop culture trivia questions. Some of them might be outside of your generational range. Your question, Lexi, for 2 points if you can get this within 3 seconds. That's the timer. You got to get it in within 3 seconds. Brothers Joel and Benji Madden had hit songs like I Just Want to Live and Girls and Boys with which band?
I'm lost on that one.
Okay, Suits. Any guess for a point?
I've never heard either of those names in my life.
Oh, man.
Wow, okay. That would be Good Charlotte.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous.
No,
Okay.
none of it rings a bell whatsoever.
They're twins?
Gen Z has no idea who Good Charlotte is, just to let you know. No idea.
Wow, they were so popular, too. Remember how popular they were?
Totally.
Looking all emo,
Yeah.
angsty.
Not my favorite.
Okay. The question that we've got here for our Gen X. He had a hit in 2012 with somebody that I used to know. Now spell the name Gautier. Oh, my gosh. Okay.
It's like Goethe.
Okay. Gautier, Jaybird for a point. How do you spell that?
Hold on, I'm sorry, Kevin. There's some kind of a witch laughing in my ear. Oh, and it's Halloween time. She's only growing in power. It is tough to spell what that's going on. I'm just like, okay, knock off. We gotta turn off her microphone.
I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
Bird spell Gautier.
Goyte.
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 Goyte. Is that your final answer? Or do you want to change? Goyte.
How many E's?
Goyte.
Goyte. I'm so sorry.
Gotye.
Oh, you were close.
You did get close. Yeah.
So close, Kristen.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So close, but
Okay. Nobody got a point that round. That's not a big deal. Okay.
At least ours wasn't hard, Kristen.
Spell it.
Okay. Next question. This is for Lexi and Gen Z. Which celeb got quote unquote kidnapped in front of a crowd of people as a prank for Jackass? Big A-list actor. Which celeb got kidnapped in front of a crowd of people as a prank for Jackass, the TV show? What do you think, Lexi?
I'm still lost on that one.
Suits, any guess?
The first celebrity that popped into my head is Ben Affleck, so I'm going to say Ben Affleck.
It's a good guess. It's Brad Pitt.
Oh.
Brad Pitt on that one. Okay. All right, let's go over here and see if we can get a point with Gen X.
Not a very exciting round.
Not a great showing so far, no.
Okay. All right, your question here, Kristen, for Gen X. Pretty Little Liars is a show from the 2010s about four friends who band together to combat the threat of an anonymous texter who goes by which letter?
Z?
What'd you say?
Z, like.
Z. Okay, Z is incorrect. Jaybird.
It's either X or Q.
Okay.
And I don't know why. Q just keeps on dancing on my brain.
Okay.
I'm going to go with Q. We're trying to find Q. No, we're not.
A.
Kristen, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, too. Why are we getting all these spelling questions?
Oh, it's tough.
We talked a lot of trash to get 0-0 going here.
Yeah.
Man, both of us did.
All right, let's see. Might win it in just one round. Okay, let's make these maybe a little bit easier here. All right, next question here. This is for Lexi. What band did the song Dope Nose? Lexi.
No. Can't think of that one. I'm like.
Okay. Does not know. Suits, do you know?
Dope Nose?
Dope Nose. What band?
NWA? I don't know.
Weezer!
Weezer? Really? I've never heard that Weezer song.
You probably have. You don't realize
I
it.
probably did.
Okay. All right. Gen Z doesn't know Dope Nose.
Jaybird yelling at Suits. I've never seen this kind of a
I was yelling.
It's getting heated in here.
team falling apart.
Get out of here.
All right.
And
KVJ, bro.
She has her best witch's dress on today, Kevin.
Uh-huh.
You really do.
That's all I have is black dresses.
Kristen, you can win it if you get this correct because we've got no points
here
on
we
the
go.
board. Okay, let's see if you can do this
All
here.
right.
Even 1 point will win this. What is Billie Eilish's relation to her producer? Anything? Nothing?
She's her mother. She's her mother.
Okay. All right, Jaybird. What is Billie Eilish's relation to her producer?
That's a brother, the brother sister.
You're correct.
Yeah.
Her producer is her brother Phineas.
Old
and
people.
Gen X.
Shot in the dark for the win.
A win.
Look at you.
How about that?
Just 4 more and you can catch up.
Wow. Okay.
Finally, you won something,
Finally,
Pumpkin.
they're up to 10 wins. 4 behind Gen Z, 2 behind the Millennials. Good job, Kristen. Congratulations, and thanks for playing, Lexi.
Thank you.
All right, how about that? Bird, feeling good,
Feels
huh?
real good. I love
I just, that was a guess, right?
old people love beating young people.
Physically.
Okay, we said the battle of the generations. Got a big old win for our older generation, Gen X. And I got to tell you, if you are in Gen X, you probably are going to say yes to about all of these things here. Okay, if you say yes to any of them, yeah, you're probably a little bit older. If you ever did any of these things, BuzzFeed says you're officially old. having to get up to turn the TV channel. Everybody here's done that?
Yeah, you know the answer. Old.
Had to physically remove your car's stereo to stop it from getting stolen. Remember the faceplate, the removable faceplate?
I do,
Totally.
Yeah.
I had that, and then they stole it.
Yeah.
Those bastards.
Ate ice cream out of a toilet paper roll. You remember those push-up pops?
Oh,
and it looked just like
yeah.
a toilet paper roll?
Yes.
It was kind of gnarly, and you're eating a delicious icy treat out of that.
Those are still making it happen.
They do.
Yeah.
They're still around.
Rocco likes those.
Almost caused a 15-car pileup trying to find the perfect CD. How dangerous is that? Remember flipping through your CD book that was in your
Yeah.
car?
The biggest CD book with 100 CDs in there. Hey,
Yeah.
go to page 48 and give me my Billy Joel. Oh, all right.
You had to set the TV channel to 3 to watch movies. You remember those days?
Yep.
If you do, you're probably officially old. You still have a mouthful of scars from blow pops. Remember all those things that tear up your mouth?
I mean, it really is crazy how much things have changed in not that long a time.
I know. It doesn't feel like it's that long, at least.
Because what you're saying sounds ancient, but that's not that long ago.
Yeah.
Said every old person.
But we really had, we hit a boom here. Look at how much stuff it's in the last 15 years. I'm not high either. I can't believe how quick it's all going.
I can't believe how quick it's all
Oh,
going.
yeah. It's all hitting the bird hard now.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
She's having a moment.
If you ever did any of these things, you are officially old. If you ever yelled, "Get off the internet, I need to use the phone."
Oh, yeah.
Totally.
Ever use AskJeeves.com? Remember before we had Google?
Yep.
It was Ask Jeeves.
I don't even remember that. What was that?
It was like a Google, but it was the dude named Jeeves, and it was a
Online?
search engine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you remember spending hours waiting for a song to download?
Yes.
And then it would get right to the end, and then it would you'd have an error message. It would
Crash.
On LimeWire. Damn
Yes.
it, they got me.
You ever print out directions only to get immediately lost?
Yes.
That's how it used to be. You ever remember fishing through the newspaper and the recycling bin to find out the movie times?
I still have people in my family that they cannot graduate from the newspaper. They like to.
Really?
They do.
You know, if you just want to see where the newspaper business is, look at the Palm Beach Post building on Belvedere.
What happened to it?
First of all, they demolished half of it, right?
I would say 2/3 of it is gone.
2/3 of it. They just
Maybe more.
knocked it down for the real estate.
It used to be this impressive mecca of news.
I remember.
And now it's basically Starbucks.
It was the biggest deal, especially as a teenager. If you played sports to get your name in the Palm Beach Post, it was a huge deal.
They used to have tons of writers.
So are they just surviving online? Really? Is that what they're?
They got a little bit online and your family.
My neighborhood where the average age is 99, they get the paper.
I'm not even kidding you. I have to double check. I got like a lifetime subscription to the Palm Beach Post. I don't know if I ever canceled it.
You're probably still
I'm
paying
probably still
for it.
paying for the Palm Beach Post.
You have like 15 memberships you're still paying for.
I gotta double check. I would see that would come up. That would come up. It's got to be canceled.
Okay.
It would come up where?
I'm on my bill.
Yeah. If you ever did any of these things, you're officially old. Do you remember watching one movie on 2 VHS tapes like Titanic? It would stop you to put the other one in.
Yeah, that's so depressing to think about.
Yeah. You remember carefully unfolding the lyric book from a cassette so you could learn the words?
Yes.
I like that I still like that.
Yeah.
I like reading the liner notes.
Me too. I think those are cool.
Yeah.
Oh, fun little walk down memory lane for the old people.
Oh, thanks, Kev.
I like it. Kind of depressed me.
Yeah. Not for everybody.
There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, our Whacked Out News All-Star today is a guy in Fort Myers that got arrested for trying to rob a Waffle House with finger guns.
Pew, pew, pew. Pew, 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 pew.
Did he at least hide them?
No, he walks into the Waffle House with his dog and he starts shouting, "Get on the ground, y'all are getting robbed." He didn't appear to have any weapons, but he did raise his hands with his finger guns.
Are you still freaked out if that's going on?
I look at him and I'm like, wait a minute, he doesn't have a weapon.
I'm confused, but I'm still freaked out, but I'm confused.
I'm going to assess it as I'm going for the ground, but just shy of the ground. I think I put it together that all he's got is a dog.
I want to make sure he just has finger guns, but yeah.
Crazy thing about this, the guy didn't rob anybody. He just grabbed some napkins and walked out.
Okay, he's probably not mentally stable.
No, they said he was massively high and drunk.
Oh,
Okay.
that guy was high?
Yeah. Yeah, go figure, huh? Go figure. That guy was high. Cops later found him at his home and arrested Mr. Finger Gun.
He was trying to eat his couch.
A San Diego man suspected of stealing a tow truck told police that a bomb would go off if he stopped. The chase happened on Monday night, and the guy never hit speeds over 10 miles an hour. So it takes an hour. Officers are following this vehicle all over town. In fact, they're going 5 miles an hour down I-5, Interstate 5. They finally use the spike strips because they're not believing this guy. They blow out the vehicle's front tires. They fire pepper balls into the truck, and nothing went off. No bombs. No bombs in the truck.
He was lying.
Yeah.
He had just watched the movie Speed.
Probably, yeah. It sounds
Or
exactly
that
like what
real
it was.
news story. Remember that when they strapped up that pizza delivery guy with a bomb,
right.
and then it actually did detonate, and they didn't.
I haven't watched it. I was going to watch that documentary.
It's really good. I watched it.
Yeah.
It's disturbing.
Something tells me the guy doesn't make it. But well, okay, all right.
Go ahead, Virginia.
Ruin it.
Dude, it's a 10-year-old story.
It is not.
It is too. If you haven't seen it, it's on you. Watch the news.
It's quite depressing.
Did you guys see the news for that plane that crashed near Houston yesterday? It was crazy.
No, what happened?
I looked up and saw it. It's a plane. All you can see is the tail of it. It was 21 people leaving Houston to go to Boston for the baseball game.
Yeah.
And I guess it just didn't make it off the runway. It looked like it kind of skidded off into the grass. Whole thing is just like totaled, and all 21 people got out.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at a video of the wreckage.
Can you believe anyone, like, not,
Oh my
not that
gosh.
like, can you believe even one person survived that?
How did they survive?
No idea.
Maybe before it ignited, they were able to get out of that inflatable slide thing that comes out the
Yeah.
side of the plane.
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Do not know, but it was crazy. I'm like, how did anybody get out of that thing?
If the plane is going down, do they suggest a way to try to, I don't know, position yourself? Do you try to time out a jump or something? Or do they just say, just kiss your ass goodbye?
I think they do have kind of like a crash position, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, how they want you to get in.
Wow, good for them, though. Everybody got off.
Yeah.
Dang.
That looks like nobody survived.
Don't know what this problem is. There's a guy in Minnesota that got busted operating a private airfield behind his house.
You can't do that?
He built a 2,200 foot long airstrip. And he said, yeah, come on in, guys. And he's just waving them in. Come on
I mean,
in.
it is your property. I kind of get where his headspace was.
They're like, where's that plane landing? It just landed there? Like, dude, you can't do it. You know, I mean, this isn't Colombia. You can't make your own airfield to run drugs or anything.
I get it, but I also get why he did it.
Yeah, he never got any permission from the city. And apparently he violated the city's restrictions for airstrips. There was actually some rules that govern that.
Well, would you ask the city if you're going to do that? No, because you know they're going to say no.
No, because you're running drugs.
The kind of person that does that's not asking the city.
No. They're like, it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission.
He definitely was running drugs. They know.
No. I made that part up.
Yeah, but it makes it more fun.
Do you think he is?
He's doing something.
He's
He didn't
doing-
want them to know about at the airport.
A local news station in Spokane, Washington is apologizing after airing porn during its Sunday weather broadcast.
Well, that's how you keep the weather spicy.
Oh, it was. Look out.
I would never check out that station ever until now.
They say the clip lasted around 13 seconds and appeared to show a woman's backside.
I mean, 13 seconds in the porn world, you can move mountains
You
with
can
that
do a
amount of
lot,
time.
yeah.
And he should know.
Yeah, those are mountains. A British CEO is wondering whether he should grant paternity leave to an employee who just purchased a puppy. The person would like to stay at home with their new puppy, just like you would with the baby. So they took it to a poll. 61% of people said, no, you don't get paternity. Put the thing in a crate, come to work. Kellogg's is being sued for having too few strawberries in their strawberry-flavored Pop-Tarts.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, she is alleging that the fruit filling in the whole grain frosted strawberry toaster pastries is mostly comprised of other fruits even. Not even the strawberry. They say it's got pears and apples and even more than strawberries. She said it's not enough to provide the berry's nutritional benefit to elicit even a strawberry taste and wants $5 million.
Yeah.
Wow.
And let's talk about these mixed nuts, too. A little light on the pistachio. I would say 8 months ago, way more pistachios in the mixed nuts. Now I'm seeing low pistachio.
Yeah, that's at, what was that, phantom inflation or something like that I was talking about? What was the name for it?
Yeah, phantom inflation. You have to pay more, but you're actually getting less product, and they're tricking you.
You got they got to be honest now with less pistachio. They got to put that on the thing.
Yeah.
Because then you think you're getting the same amount.
I know, and for some reason they're getting away with it and they're not doing it, which I find is kind of crazy.
I do want to thank the person that said, Bird, you got to try the new Lucky Charms. Way more marshmallows. They weren't lying. Had them the other night. Marshmallows galore, baby. Mm-hmm. New Lucky Charms. So they're doing it right.
Oh, by the way, it's called shadow inflation.
Shadow inflation.
One thing that I would like to know something about, what the heck is going on with Bitcoin? There was somebody that was in the bathroom yesterday going off about, oh my gosh, if you have Bitcoin, you're got it made. Did something happen with Bitcoin? And is Bitcoin everything that people say that it is? Because things are either overrated or underrated. Apparently the strawberry Pop-Tarts are overrated. Bitcoin, is it overrated, underrated? Is it worth the hype?
Is this one of those segments where someone's going to explain it 3 different times? I'm still going to be confused.
My girlfriend.
All I want is it worth the hype or not?
I walk with her, so we spend like hours together. She bought Bitcoin a while ago, and so for her, it's awesome. But I think it's really expensive right now, so if you buy it now and then it goes down, it's not awesome.
Okay, well, just to answer the question, I'll have Suits even put it in the KVJ TV chat room. Bitcoin, worth the hype, yes or no? Let us know, 877-979-WRMF. And what the heck is going on with it? If you're confused by Bitcoin, you're not alone. I just saw in the KVJ TV chat room, Scott said, I don't get crypto and I've been investing for 30 years. I'm reading about it, but I'm still lost. So that's why I've not really done anything with it. I'm like,
yeah. If I don't understand something, then I'm not going to put my money in it, because there's other things that I can put my money in that I do understand, like purses.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
That's your investment.
For me, G.I. Joe figures, Star Wars figures.
Yeah, so kind of nailing it over here, Kev.
Yeah.
Yeah, this side of the table's nailing it when it comes to investments.
Well, I'd heard somebody yesterday when I was in the bathroom saying, oh my gosh, look at Bitcoin. And I don't even understand what this means. Apparently, the value of a whole coin in July was worth $32,979, and it's currently retailing at $64,256. So I mean, that seems, on the surface it's double, but what the heck does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
I think it's great for like my girlfriend that bought Bitcoin when the price was low.
Yes.
But now that the price is high, I don't think it's a good idea to buy it. Like,
I was talking this with the boys in the back during commercial break. We're talking portfolios, all that good jazz.
Can you turn your computer off? It's making noise.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow. Can you not bite my head off? I mean, geez, we all make mistakes, right, Kev?
Radio, you've only been doing it 20 years. Like, what is this random talking noise?
I couldn't hear it.
Oh, it's his computer.
It's the 9 o'clock hour. I'm sorry.
Here's all I could find in a quick Google search. It said, investing in crypto is risky but potentially extremely profitable. It is safer to put your investments in stocks of companies that have exposure to cryptocurrency. And according to the FTC Federal Trade Commission, almost 7,000 people reported losses totaling more than $80 million in the U.S. alone. So,
whoa.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, you would add me to that list. Engineer Key said, yeah, I got some Bitcoin. All that happened was its price went up, nothing mind-blowing. So that, I guess, is what it is. So all that bathroom hype I got, ignore it.
Was a person about, were they pooping and talking about stocks?
Because that's kind of gross.
No,
I can see a salesperson going, oh, Bitcoin, as they're dumping.
I got a stock tip for you, but you have to take the smell.
Yeah, they're at the urinal, which in and of itself is still kind of gross. But.
I think just going to the bathroom in earshot of anyone is gross. I hate rows of stalls.
Well, I don't like when someone legit's going number 2 and then they're asking me about business dealings. It does happen.
That dude's an animal.
In the chat room, we asked, is Bitcoin worth the hype? 69% of people, I don't know if they know what they're talking about, but they say no. So that's where it is. So people are saying it's not worth the hype. But my question is, what does deserve the hype? Okay, well, the continuing battle is Bitcoin worth the hype. Somebody said people say it's not, don't understand it, saying that if you bought one Bitcoin back when it was a few $100s, now it's worth 60,000 and you made 60 grand off your one coin. So if you sell it, same as a stock, you'd make that money. So expect it to go up to 100,000 at some point. So it's definitely still going to make money.
If you did that, it's definitely worth it. It sounds like your friend did that.
Yeah, my friend did that.
Okay.
But I still don't understand it, so I still am not going to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, there are other things that I think you do understand that may be worth the hype. People talk about it a lot. For instance, Squid Game. Is that worth the hype?
I think so. I love Squid Game.
Do you? Okay.
I've downloaded the soundtrack. There's some awesome, creepy music in it, and I've put it on my Halloween playlist.
A lot of hype around the franchise Cobra Kai. Totally worth it. If you're
worth it, yeah.
If you're a Karate Kid fan, you love that series.
The Mandalorian, would you say it's worth it?
Absolutely worth the hype. It is. It really is.
Yeah, too often, things are they don't live up to what people say about them. But that's really awesome when you hear that and you're like, that totally is worth the hype.
I'll tell you the other thing I might get an amen from the whole room. A bidet. Never really explored until the Sweet Denny's, and I like it.
I've heard so many good things about those.
It was nice. It was real nice.
Lived up to the hype. When I lived in Davie, Florida, everyone said, you got to try La Spada subs. You got to try La Spada subs.
Yeah.
It lives up to the hype.
It's amazing.
It's amazing subs.
Yeah. I got word of mouth on the Publix chicken wings. So what is all this hype about? I'm like, oh my gosh.
The new peanut butter M&Ms.
The peanut butter M&Ms are way better than Reese's Pieces, although somebody was fighting about that with me yesterday in our DMs.
His name was E.T.
Well, go home, bitch. How rude.
Some of the other things people were saying, air fryers.
They are worth the hype.
Yeah, we're hearing that they're amazing.
I don't know if anyone's hyping it up other than George, but the George Foreman grill, that hype.
He just got one. But hello, 10 years ago just called.
Back in 99, I know that thing was...
Me and you got to go shopping and get you an air fryer.
Yeah.
Because I don't have room on my counter. I got too much gadgets already. But you have so much counter space. We could get a big air fryer at Casa Pennington.
Yeah, I want to fry it all up.
Yeah. Somebody said sex. You know what? Yeah, it's not that bad. It's kind of worth the hype.
For some people, I've heard people talk about it being overrated.
Yeah, I know. It depends on who you talk to.
Lemon Oreos. There was some hype around them.
Yeah.
And it
worth the hype.
Totally. The lemon Oreos. I wish Fat Kevin could try that. I'm not even a lemon guy.
I'm not even an Oreo person, and they put out this one called Apple Cider Donut.
And you had it.
I had it, and I loved it.
I used to speak a lot of trash about Oreos. I think they've done good work. They got great flavors. They did something with their... They mixed the cream and the cookie ratio. It's at the right ratio now.
Did you hear about the new Little Debbie ice cream?
Yes.
They're taking their Christmas tree cakes and making it into an ice cream.
Yeah. People have been sending me that. That's amazing. And why didn't they think of that earlier?
Little Debbie ice cream.
You could do Swiss cake roll ice cream. Oh my gosh, yeah. Star Crunch ice cream.
You feel like that would live up to the hype.
It would.
Yeah, you feel it would. Really kind of fascinated by what is going on with Katie Couric and this new book called Going There. If you are watching the morning show on Apple TV, it's got Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon in it. It is a really good cast, but it is nothing short of just telling the story of Matt Lauer from the Today Show and what happened there. And if you missed all that, the allegations that back in the day, Matt Lauer was always doing inappropriate things. He had a lock that he could fire from underneath his desk and almost trap women and female staffers in there. Just one inappropriate thing after another that he had done. And this is a dude that was making massive amounts of money. What do you have, like a $24 million a year deal, something like that with the Today Show?
It was something sick.
Yeah, it was absolutely ridiculous. And so, when he lost his job, he'd been there forever. It was just really kind of crazy to see. And so when you watch the morning show that is on Apple TV, it really is doing nothing shy of just really telling that whole story.
You love that show too, right?
It's good. It's well done. And it is fascinating just how closely it mirrors it. So this Katie Couric book, she is the Jennifer Aniston character, where she was the partner to the guy that had all the allegations going on about him. And they had that team. They were together for 9 years, smiling in daytime television and ruling in the ratings. And everybody's like, wow, what a sweetheart they are. Matt Lauer was here always doing things for hospice and doing his golf tournaments. I'd be a part of it. Matt Lauer was the commencement speaker in my graduating class. I had a lot of ties to the guy, and I would interview him every time he was in town.
You quoted him a lot. When I first got on the show, he gave you some kind of advice about asking a tough question.
Yeah, he had said, you always ask a tough question. I'd asked him. He said, because I had that with Mariah Carey one time. She said, you can't ask this or that. And he said, that's not going to happen. He said, I'm going to ask the question. Now, you can choose not to answer it, but you always ask the question, was what Matt Lauer had told me in one of the interviews. So I looked up to the guy, for all those reasons. And I think what he was on the Today Show, was all those things. But as you find out, there's a lot of times a darker side to a lot of humans. And Katie Couric is just kind of blowing the lid off of all of it. But it's not just about what's going on with Matt Lauer. She also went on to talk about Deborah Norville, who had come on. And she had said that her relentless perfectionism was off-putting to viewers. And then she went off on Ashley Banfield when they tried to bring her along, saying that if she would have helped her out and been a guiding light, it would have been self-sabotage for my career. And some of these people they're now talking to, like going, I don't know, it's kind of hurtful. I thought Katie was...
It's very competitive, though. And if you're Katie and you know that Ashley could take your job, yeah, you're not going to be like, oh, come on in, Ashley. Let me show you how it's done. I get it.
Yeah. There are even
It's not like radio. Those TV people, even on a local level, are highly competitive.
Sure.
Oh,
yeah.
they'll beat you young. They'll do whatever they got to do to get to that next level.
It's scary how they pit them against each other by the competition.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting what she does say about Matt Lauer, because that's what a lot of people want to know. She does admit that she heard the whispers about Matt Lauer and some of the alleged things that were going on, but she said, those kind of things always happen. So kind of interesting when Katie Couric goes back to the Today Show, where she was for those 9 years with Matt Lauer, and they were talking about her book and Matt Lauer, and here's what she had to say.
Well, first of all, I think it's been wildly misrepresented. I don't think the tone and the spirit and the content of the book is like the tabloid headlines that I understand are kind of portraying it.
Well, let's talk about your time here at the Today Show. You were here 15 years.
Yeah.
9 of them, your partner was Matt Lauer. You talk about the book wrestling with, trying to come to terms with the accusations against him. What did you ultimately conclude?
That was really, really hard. And it took me a long time to process what was going on, because the side of Matt I knew was the side of Matt I think you all knew. He was kind and generous and considerate, a good colleague. And, as I got more information and learned what was going on behind the scenes, it was really upsetting and disturbing. And it was really devastating, but also disgusting. And, I think what I realized is there was a side of Matt I never really knew. And I tried to understand why he behaved the way he did and why he was so reckless and callous and honestly abusive to other women. Well, there's always gossip in television news. And I think there was gossip here and there about certain people. And, I think it was a very permissive environment in the 90s. And I think permissive environments often result in serious transgressions.
She talked about one time in her book how Matt Lauer's wife called the control room demanding to have the phone number of another TV anchor that Matt had been linked with, because apparently Matt had not come home.
Oh, boy.
Yes. She said that one unnamed producer was told by Matt Lauer to come to the now infamous office that he had with the lock on it, wearing a skirt that came off easily. So there's a lot of bombshells that might be in this book. She knows how to sell it. So we'll see. It's going to be coming out October 26th is when it's going to be there. And what it will say. It's kind of interesting because there are a lot of people who are really slamming Katie Couric for this book. In fact, a lot of people who've read it say that her expose is shocking, a cry for relevance, and ultimately ruining her entire legacy.
Damn.
Yeah. So people are shooting back at Katie Couric.
That was
That was from Matt.
That was Matt Lauer's people.
Yes. Get this out there quick. She's ruining her legacy. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Yeah.
Keep my name out your mouth.
Yes. So some fascinating stuff. There you go. That is Adele's latest Easy on Me.
I don't think it's sad enough, Kev.
What's she all sad about? She got rid of that deadbeat man. She
Yeah.
lost a supermodel. She looks good.
She's rich AF.
She's rich AF. I'm sorry. I can't buy into the sadness.
I was talking with the chat room during that song, and that's the kind of it's the kind of song you go into a bathtub with a chocolate cake.
Yeah.
You cry in the tub,
And
with
then
this-
you remember you're happily married and everything's great.
I mean, it's so.
Like, no, I am not falling into the depression trap that is Adele.
I love me a sad song. That song is sad.
Look
It
at
is
your
sad.
life. Nothing can be that sad.
Even the piano, you could tell that the piano's crying.
Have
It's sad
mercy.
piano.
Very sad.
Adele, stop.
Yes.
Virginia's pissed.
I am pissed because I was in a great mood. Now I just want to cry in the corner.
Yeah, it's 'cause she's kind of got the downtrodden lately. When's she going to do another Rolling in the Deep, you know?
Well, she wrote this album 3 years ago, and she's talked about how she puts the year that she wrote the albums as the title. So she wrote it when she was 30, and that's when
Okay.
she was going through the fire. But
Yeah.
damn.
Hasn't she been partying her ass off for the
Yeah.
last 2 years? Can we do an album on that?
Thank you.
Kind of more of a disco kind of vibe?
Happy?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That song was just playing. I go, but why am I all of a sudden severely depressed?
Yes.
And I wasn't before
No.
the song.
I got my pizza onesie on. It's World Record Wednesday. I'm all hyped.
Yes.
I'm turned. Damn, Adele.
That's what she does. Music to be depressed by.
Stop it.
If I didn't see this on the regular news, I would have thought it was a joke. You see Facebook is going to be rebranding and getting a new name?
What?
Yes. I was like, wait, what? I mean, you've spent all this time and all these years. Maybe they just feel like the name Facebook is now so toxic. And apparently Zuckerberg wants to start going in all these new directions. Remember I was telling you the other day that they want to start doing this artificial intelligence stuff where you wear those goofy goggles and it starts recording all this information and the artificial intelligence can predict your life and where you're going to be going?
The end is near.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm not doing any of that, Zuck.
Well, I'm just wondering how many people are going to revolt on this, and is this a great idea to change the vibe on Facebook? Where, I mean, now they're having to deal with government agencies looking into them. He's having to testify every other week.
You know, you're right. Facebook has become synonymous with toxic and division.
Yeah. So I'm just kind of wondering where this is going to go, and if it's going to have a new name, what is it going to be? Like Zuckerland, or what do they call it? What would be a good name for Facebook now?
Everything I'm thinking of is dirty.
Go figure.
Someone needs a girlfriend.
Yeah, Kev, I have such a tough time getting laid. It's so hard.
Oh, well, tell me.
It's so hard, Virginia.
Tell me the deeds.
What's so hard?
Yeah.
Give me the scoop, cream pie.
As you are, Kevin.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly where this is going to go. I don't know if they're taking suggestions, but if they were, do you have a name that you would like to give to Facebook? Fightbook seems to pretty much sum it up.
Fightbook.
I don't know if that's going to clean up the whole
No,
toxic
it's probably not.
division.
Yeah, Stalker's book probably doesn't really help out. TikTok for old people, you know, something like that is probably not going to do it. But yeah, apparently they are. So how about Zuckface? Kind of like that one.
Zuckface.
Zuckface.
It's not bad.
How about Mother Zuckers?
Oh.
Yeah, that could work as well. Yeah, they're renaming Facebook. What are they going to call it? Yeah, time suck. Yeah, personal data sucker. Well, that describes what it does.
I mean, Zuckface is pretty good.
Somebody said you need to combine YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter and just simply call it YouTwitFace.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, that would work
That
out
is
well.
good.
Yeah,
That's clever.
That would work out. Okay. All righty. Coming up here on the KVJ Show, we got the After the Show podcast. You can watch that live on our KVJ TV channel. It's on YouTube. Go and search for it, subscribe, and ring that bell. Good things for you. Every time we have a new video, you'll get an alert about it. I want to give you an alert about this. You hear Taco Bell's handing out free toasted breakfast burritos tomorrow from 7 to 11 a.m.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't have to order anything. You just have to show up in person.
Yeah, you just roll up and go, give me my burrito.
Biatch.
I just ordered a sack of Taco Bell the other night.
Sack of it?
Sack of it.
That's
Taco
fun.
Bell.
Just a sack of...
Oh, I bet you farted that bedroom up.
I'm not a big farter. No, I'm not like you. My pH is
If
in
I
control.
ate a sack of Taco Bell, Panda would have to leave the neighborhood.
I hadn't finished it though.
Yeah.
Got the order wrong.
How many things are in a sack?
I get a little bit of this, a little bit of that, quesadilla. I got. They don't have the Mexican pizza. You all right? That's gone.
I know.
Yeah, they do have a lot of things on there that I didn't even understand. That I hadn't seen.
Yeah.
New kind of starfish looking tacos.
Yeah.
Well,
Chocolate starfish.
So delicious.
You always bringing it back around, don't you?
Yeah.
It looks like I don't know, like a.
You see what you want to
like
see.
an octagon kind of a. I don't know. I'll stop. I should probably stop talking.
But you got to do your thought for the day. Can't stop talking yet.
You have 3 more seconds. Go.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for a mind bomb?
So ready.
Boom.
Your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change.
Damn.
Mind bomb.
Good job. Good job, cream pie.
Thank you.
The KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.